Really played well down the stretch. 4 wins in a row entering today, the last 3 in blowout fashion.
In the last 3, their average margin of victory is 31 points. When you play Tennessee, they want to punk you. Jarnell Stokes inside is averaging a double-double, 18 on the season. How about this? The difference for that team, however, has been Antonio Barton. Their point guard, Trey Golan, transferred, went to Georgia Tech. Antonio Barton has been the difference maker for Tennessee.
South Carolina's been better of late, too. They have won 3 in a row, but for the Gamecocks, this is their 3rd game in 3 days. Let's get you out to the Georgia Dome. Quarterfinal action of the SEC tournament.
You're watching Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
And we are at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. It is quarterfinal Friday. Game 2 is coming up next.
And when we get in this love, we gonna light up the night singing, we're keeping on.
Crazy Mike with 3. He got it.
And when we get in this love, we're gonna run down the mountain. We're keeping on, keeping on.
The 2014 SEC Tournament at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. We continue on quarterfinal Friday with Game 2 and our matchup. The Gamecocks of South Carolina against the Volunteers of Tennessee. A different kind of orange starting to fill the building right now as we continue Championship Week presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. If you weren't with us for Game 1, you saw Florida, you didn't see Florida, the #1 team in the country, really turn on the burners in the second half, and they won it going away over Missouri. And now it's Tennessee against a South Carolina team that already had to play a couple times just to get to this point. Welcome back to the Dome, everybody. Brad Nessler along with Jimmy Dykes. You know, Anish and Dina were talking about it coming in. Tennessee's a red-hot team right now. You did their season finale on Saturday. They've won 4 in a row. More amazingly, they never trailed in any of those games. They're a team you probably don't want to play right now.
No, Brad, they're playing at a high level. Their last 3 opponents, they've beaten them by about 30 points a ball game. They are a juggernaut defensively with their physical brand of defense. What Tennessee cannot afford to happen in this building is to give the selection committee a reason to say you don't belong. South Carolina has the capability of doing that. They did it to Arkansas yesterday. So Tennessee, if they're locked in, they're playing a hot brand of basketball. Barton's shooting the 3s well, and Stokes is a double up on the inside waiting to happen.
Well, you talk about Carolina. They're pretty hot, too, after beating Arkansas yesterday, 71-69. As we take a look at our starting lineup, brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Brenton Williams and Darius Thornwell, Michael Carrera in the backcourt. Hyginus and Demetrius Henry are up front for Frank Martin. And for Tennessee, Cuonzo Martin, here's how it looks. Antonio Barton, Jordan McCray, Josh Richardson, Jerron Mayman, and Jarnell Stokes, the muscle, up front. Tony Anderson, Anthony Jordan, and Mike Nance are officials. Mike's got the ball in hand. Carrera and Jarnell Stokes will start us off in Game 2. 2 more yet to come tonight from Atlanta. And it's going to be controlled by Tennessee. Already Barton hit the deck on the way through the lane. Here's Stokes. Squares against Henry. They'll try to muscle him in the lane and score it.
Yeah, that's where he probably is best, is scoring off of action, either as a cutter or putting the ball on the deck around the rim for a couple of bounces, because he wears you out and carves out space with his lower body.
Thornwell coming off a 17-point game with a win over Arkansas last night. Hyginus trying to feed it on the inside. Thornwell over a double team, clanged one up there.
A little tight flex action for South Carolina offensively to start with.
Jordan McCray straight up on his first shot of the afternoon.
He's a legit 6'5", 6'6", prototypical 2-guard in the NBA type athlete.
Georgia native out of Midway, Georgia, has the first 3-pointer of the afternoon for Tennessee. Thornwell's going to try one of his own. Stokes out to Barton on the run. The lob. McCray, and he lost the handle going up. Brent Williams, who had a big game one, and especially the first half in the win over Auburn a couple of days ago, and then cooled off last night, except at the free throw line.
Yeah, the Ronette shuffle cut on the baseline, and then a down screen. It's flex action also with a ball screen involved. Trying to grind away at this Tennessee physical defense.
Williams, first three won't go. Jordan McCray, Jimmy talked about him, 6'5", 6'6", his 74th three-pointer of the year in this last shot.
Well, Brad, he's because he's 6'5", he can make guarded shots, which is so important in March because you're going to have to make 2 or 3 of those in a tight ball game. You know, he was not a coachable kid his first year on that Tennessee campus under Bruce Pearl. Cuonzo Martin has done wonders for this guy as a young man, as a player, and he will be on an NBA roster next year. He does too many good things offensively, regardless of what his shot elbow looks like. He snaps it off well at the top.
Jordan trying to drop it down to De'Ron Maimon. Got it too far in front of him. Tennessee turns it over.
There are a lot of really good voices, strong voices in the SEC. Wilbekin, the last ball game, has a terrific, strong voice. De'Ron Maimon, as good as anybody in that area.
And to work his way back from knee surgery that kept him out last year.
Yeah, still not healthy, Brad. Really? Yeah. He just broke down his leg strength. It's still not there.
Thornwell got his own miss. I don't think he's got enough room to get around those 3 white jerseys, though. Here's Dwayne Notice. He had the big first night in the win over Auburn. Now Williams inside. Stokes just muscled the ball out. Numbers for Tennessee. I'm not sure with a 4-on-2 if that was the right move. Barton flying out of bounds.
Barton's made a ton of progress in the last 3 weeks in terms of how to be a point guard. And it started about a month ago with mandatory 10 a.m. sessions with the coaching staff on learning how to be a point guard because he was off the bench backup combo guard at Memphis. So this is a new position for him. But he has a ton of confidence, and Cuonzo has kind of loosened the leash a little bit over the last month and simplified the game plan for him.
Kevich's hook shot won't go. And Maimon and Stokes have handled the boards beautifully in the opening 3.5 minutes for Tennessee.
And that's a good look. A tight curl for your big guy right in front of the rim. Frank Martin, I like his plan. He's trying to grind away, and he's getting his guys good looks.
McCray rattled that one out. Stokes, with 4 guys on him, will go to the free throw line.
He wears you out. I'm not sure there's a guy in the last 5 years in college ball that has gotten more rebounds below the rim than Jarnell Stokes. He's one of the top 5 in the nation right now, Brad, getting over 4 offensive rebounds a game, and none of those 4 come with him sailing around above the rim. They're all below the rim.
Charles Barkley would love him.
Yes, Charles Barkley was in here Wednesday night.
Yeah, he was.
Charles will probably have some input on who that next Auburn coach will be.
I'm sure. He has input on just about everything.
Whether you ask for it or not.
Exactly.
One of my favorite guys, Charles Barkley.
Jarnell has upped his free throw shooting from a year ago, more than 10% better than last season, but missed the first one. Got the second. 3 for Stokes, 6-0 lead, Tennessee.
Carolina's going to have to make some outside shots to loosen up this Tennessee defense. They are really compacted, making Carolina play in a crowd inside the 3 right now.
Brent Williams has got some of the same problems he had last night. He's got some long arms guarding him right now.
Yes,
McCray.
absolutely right.
Notice in deep. Now Williams is going to have to put one up over those long arms. He couldn't get it away. And that's the shot clock violation.
And look at that Tennessee bench erupt, man. You talk about being dialed in, taking away all the action. Hashtag tougher breed from Cuonzo Martin and his guys all season long, and they played well and just like that description over the last 3 weeks.
Great job by the defense. You see the reaction Jimmy's talking about in the background. De'Ron Maimon says, hey, we're leading 6-0.
To second AB over here, both the high loose of a right. Matt. Last time.
Yeah. Nate, I shot. What are you yelling at me for?
Come on, Matt. Knock it off. Come on, Matt. That's it. Everybody on the sideline.
Welcome to the rescue mission. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys to work.
Basketball does not define you as men. What defines you is your character and your honesty and what you guys will become, and you move on into life.
All right, so I'm Matt. This is my assistant coach, and we're going to cut you guys today. Make a move, put it up. Good shot. Can't get it. You guys can't get it.
Captain's log, day of departure. After a short time at sea, our crew seems to be settling in. Earlier, a small mutiny broke out, but I put it to rest. The sailing got a little rough, but nothing we couldn't handle. And after a small distraction on the upper deck, the Admiral spirited me away for some quality time. All in all, another fine day at sea.
Disney Cruise Line. When it comes to pleasing everyone, the difference is Disney.
The Big 12 Tournament Semifinals, tonight at 7 on ESPNU.
ESPNU's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And by Disney Cruise Line. And right now, Tennessee cruising early. And the first 4 minutes off to a 6-0 start over the Gamecocks of South Carolina. South Carolina's had to work hard just to get here, to have a 14-19 record. They were 5-13 in the conference this year. First round win, as I mentioned, Dwayne Notice had career highs in points and rebounds. And in the second round against Arkansas, they won by 2, and it was Sindarius Thornwell who had the big game with 17.
Brad, they've been making threes. The rims look good to South Carolina so far in the Georgia Dome. 17 out of 27 from the three-point line in their first 2 games in this building. But they can't shake loose for clean 3 looks right now against the length, like you talked about, that Tennessee can throw at you defensively.
McCray inside had it knocked out of his hands and then almost threw it away. The 2 number 1s bump. No foul called, which was a play on out there. And now it's taken away by Thornwell.
Boy, good tight closeout by Thornwell to just chew up McCray.
Well, we're going to play back and forth here on the turnovers. Here's Williams getting his best look in about 2 days and missed it. And Stokes controlling the boards for Tennessee. Barton, 3. Akevicius off the backside with a rebound for South Carolina. A lot of weave going on for South Carolina on top, and it ends up in Thornwell's hands with 8 on the shot clock.
And you talked about it earlier. Brenton Williams just cannot shake Jordan McCray right now as a defender.
Whoa, way up off the window for Akevicius. I thought he was going to throw that one out of the dome. It did finally hit the window, and it almost went in.
Arch is not a problem
when you're 6'11"
on that release.
Okay,
this
watch
ball,
this shot now.
It may well go out of this, out of the view of our camera.
Well, he wasn't going to get it blocked, was he?
Hey, never up, never in. No, he was not going to get that shot blocked.
No way.
He played well yesterday.
Yes,
Very
he really
important.
did. He had a career high, 16 points.
Banged around inside.
Career high of 16 yesterday, along with 7 rebounds. 6 minutes in, South Carolina hadn't scored.
Just backing off of Akevicius.
He's going to try from 18.
There he goes. Yeah, and he looks over here at you and I.
Yep.
As well he should. I love that. His shot prior to that one was not good. The toughness to come right back and stick one on.
We didn't have headsets on. That not good that you just gave would have been something else, I'm sure. Inside, scoop shot and one. Armani Moore The Georgia native out of Kennesaw. It's about 25 miles up the road. Watch this move.
Well, Armani Moore is a tough guy. And you know what you're going to get out of the starters for Tennessee. And for them to have some success in the NCAA tournament, which I think they're going to head to, Derek Reese has to come in and get his 4 or 5 rebounds. Armani Moore has to come in, defend his tail off, get his 6 points, 4 rebounds, and grind away on you. And then when Darius Thompson checks in, as he has now, he must play well at that point guard spot. The bench has to produce for Tennessee, and Moore is one of those guys.
3-point play for Armani. And the lead goes to 7.
Tennessee, with even-sized guys on the floor, can switch everything right now, with Maimon, the tallest guy at 6'7", he and Reese.
Notice has found the going got a lot tougher in game 2 last night than in his opener with 23 against Auburn. 7 on the shot clock. He kicks out. Kaichenis got the rim, but that was it. Darius Thompson playing the point now, the freshman out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. McCray trying to drive the baseline. And they're going to call a foul on him.
Yeah, he took it a bounce too deep because McCray has a little floater from about the 8-10 foot mark.
Against Auburn, 41% for South Carolina. They dropped down against Arkansas, but still won by 2. Today, 1 for 10. And that one was Hutchevis's about 2 possessions ago. Excuse me.
Excuse you.
He's on tight. Wow. Pass had some smoke on it. Comes out to Notice, missed the long 3. Richardson, McCray, and Thompson on the run, and 1 for Thompson.
Brad, there's nothing in South Carolina's offense right now that I think Frank Martin feels good about. None of the action that he's trying to run has caused Tennessee a problem. And Tennessee now jerking that ball off the defensive board. And when all 5 guys can jerk it and run, this time McCray's the guy that actually triggered it up to Thompson. I said when he checks in, he has to play well at that point guard spot. So far, so good.
So he and Armani Moore, each with 3-point plays. Double-digit lead. South Carolina having all kinds of trouble fighting on the offense. Carrera underneath. A lot of bumping going on. No foul call. Look out. The big pile up. It's an offensive foul. Well, the Volunteers not wearing their normal colored unis. A little more neon to them. They're shining right now in that neon. They lead 12-2.
The key to fishing is finding that special spot. When you find it, you guard it. Aloha!
At Bass Pro Shop's Spring Fishing Classic, check out Sun Tracker pontoon boats, where family meets fun.
Sonic totally scored with this flavor.
Yeah, they did.
Swiss.
No, it's swish.
Why don't we settle this over a game of horse?
Yeah, try horse.
Why don't we settle this over a game of horse?
Honey mustard and Swiss chicken sandwiches are here. This is how you Sonic.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Joseph A. Bank. Buy 1, get 2 free. 3 days only. Almost everything in the store. Sport coats, pants, shirts, ties, and more. Buy 1, get 2 absolutely free. Through Sunday only at Joseph A. Bank.
The SEC on ESPN. Southeastern Conference Tournament here at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. And here's how the brackets look right now. Florida and Missouri. It was a 29-29 game at halftime. And then Florida ran away with it 72-49. So the Gators will meet the winner of this one that we're involved in right now, which is all Tennessee leading by 10. Kentucky and LSU, Georgia and Ole Miss coming up tonight.
I think Florida, when they decided to put the gas pedal down, they did. They finished the game on a 34-13 run. Made 12 3-point shots today. Scotty Wilbekin was spot on perfect in the first half from 3. Wilbekin played 30 minutes, Brad, didn't have a turnover. Had 2 assists, made 5 out of his 6 3-point shots. I said all game long, best point guard in college basketball. Frazier was hot from 3. Where's the weakness when you play Florida?
Wilbekin, 5 threes was a career high, and when he got done with the radio interview, came over and talked to you, and I said, hey, Scotty, nice shooting from outside, career high. He looked at me and said, really? Some of those guys, they get so wrapped up, and that's a good thing. They don't care.
Wrapped up in winning is what they are. Scotty Wilbekin also wanted some of my Chick-fil-A sandwich. I said, no, that would be an extra benefit. Took a picture of it, tweeted it out, but he did not get any of it. I'm not costing them a national championship.
If you can't get a good Chick-fil-A sandwich in the home of the Chick-fil-A Classic, you can't get a good Chick-fil-A sandwich.
How bad would that be for him to have to miss the first-round game because I gave him
one bite? Jerron Mayman inside. The muscle man can't muscle it in. Carrera, tough rebound. All right, South Carolina finds some offense.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some perimeter shots. It's not easy because not only is Tennessee taking away all the gaps, they have hot ball pressure for the first time they don't, and Williams makes them pay.
And finally, after the hot first half against Auburn, and really has been cool since, he drops in a 3. He had 4 threes against Auburn, all in the first half the other night. A runner on the baseline for Thompson. Foul on the rebound.
That South Carolina ran some good action, get Brenton Williams free. It's actually the second guy away is going to set the screen. Carrera is going to come and set a screen right here for the shooter who's going to work off of it. So it's the second guy around that sets the screen. Watch the action. Here comes Carrera, kind of a staggered screen on the weak side, but ultimately it was Carrera that sets the screen to free Williams up. You have to do something to Tennessee other than just normal straight line, down screens, headhunter screens, put them in some action and make them work through it.
Yarnell Stokes, 6'8", 260-pound junior out of Memphis, the reigning SEC Player of the Week. Got 1 out of 2. Almost the midway point of the first half. Quick moving first half. Just not a lot of points from South Carolina. Still looking at this point for their 3rd field goal of the opening 9.5 minutes. Notice will try to get it for him. In the battle for the rebound, somebody's going to foul Mayman. It's going to be Demetrius Henry.
Another tough guy rebound by Jerron Mayman. He and Stokes both. They wear you out by carving out space. And the strong two-hand, non-negotiable, how they go about a rebound, rips it down.
McCray running the baseline and now to the basket. Boy, that was a nice move. He curled around. He got around Thornwell, the freshman. Made him look like a freshman on that move.
And right out of their elbow series, they throw that ball to the elbow. Jarnell Stokes has been averaging about 4 assists per ball game over the last 3 or 4 games. And Jarnell Stokes, just kind of the Reggie Miller, run a guy in the basket and pop back out move.
Well, there's a nice feed on the inside. Catching his first field goal. Stokes out on top again. This time to the wing. The 3-pointer won't go. And South Carolina an opportunity to cut it back to 6 again if they score. Thornwell got bumped, or he was the bumper. Not the bumpy. Foul on Thornwell, his second.
Let's go back to the action of Tennessee. Again, using Jarnell Stokes as the distributor. Watch McCray. He's going to stick his head under the net and then pop back out. And all the way under, boom, gets the defense to bite, and then Jarnell Stokes delivers a pass on time and in rhythm for McCray to catch and attack. So there's two parts to that play, the timing of McCray's cut and Cuonzo Martin trusting Jarnell Stokes now as a play starter.
Jimmy, that last foul was on Thornwell, and that is not a good sign for South Carolina. Henry, that's what he does, rebound. Not a lot of offense from it. And that handoff, going to have a foul on Richardson.
Tennessee just trying to blow up, Brad, the dribble handoff action by South Carolina. I don't think that foul bothers Cuonzo Martin at all. At least it says we're going to be the aggressor. We're going to try to blow your stuff up. If we get 2 or 3 foul calls against it, so be it. That's who we are.
Williams, 3. In and out and grabbed by Stokes, whose mitts have been on a lot of rebounds already. Richardson slicing into a foul. He'll go to the line. Henry picks up his second. So 3 of the starters right now. Well, I should say 2 starters and a top reserve all have 2 fouls. Chepsis and Thornwell.
What I like about Tennessee as much as anything so far, partner, is they're not playing like we're trying to protect something, like we're trying to protect our spot in the NCAA tournament. They're playing as an aggressive, we're going to go take it and put it back on the bus with us to the hotel. And there's a big difference in how you play mentally, and Tennessee is the aggressor in this game.
They've now gone 4 games and 11.5 minutes without trailing. That's a pretty good way to try to get your way into the tournament.
Absolutely.
Steele out there playing. He's seen extended minutes because of foul trouble really the last 2 nights.
Tennessee giving nothing away. No easy point to wing entry pass, making South Carolina work for everything on this floor.
Notice, hoping somebody would follow that up if he missed it. And they're going to get lucky with a new shot clock. Knocked off out of bounds by Reese. Lob underneath. Nice catch in low by Kaitsanis. He's got 4.
Yeah, not enough pressure by Barton on the ball. That all starts up top. If you can't protect the rim because you can't guard the ball. And part of guarding the ball is not only taking away the drive ability, but taking away the vision of the passer, and Barton didn't do it.
Lob underneath, one-hand catch by Stokes and score it.
He just, again, he wears you out. Posting up in the midpoint of that lane, carving out space, and the pass delivered in the perfect position over the top.
Notice realizing that there's just really not a lot of offensive firepower on the floor except he and Williams. Maybe he's taking some bad shots, but he's not going to stop, I guess. Tennessee will turn it over right there with 7:22 remaining. The big man, Jarnell, with the left hand off the window. His team is up by 9. His coach will be with Shannon when we come back.
Old Spice isn't nice, and it comes with a price. My boy Garrett chose to wear it, now he can't help but entice. All these ladies, all these women are up on him like lice. As a mother, I condemn your body spray from Old Spice.
Still time for the Buckeyes, 2.2 seconds.
We're going to go right to Turner.
Turner at midcourt, inside it, at the buzzer, got it!
Are you kidding me, Dave O'Brien?
Championship week continues with the Big 12 tournament semifinals tonight at 7 on ESPNU. Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. ESPNU, the home court of championship week. Every wrestler's season has led to this.
You have just witnessed history.
Every match. The NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships begin March 20th on the ESPN family of networks.
This is the computer ICU. It's what happens to your computer when it gets infected, slows down, and crashes. And if you don't do something, your computer could wind up here in the computer graveyard. But it could be saved with mycleanpc.com.
Is your computer running slow? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? Then go to mycleanpc.com for your free diagnosis today. Then just activate the mycleanpc.com software to fix it in minutes. And computer specialists are available while you're online.
The best thing about mycleanpc.com was it had a free diagnosis.
My computer is 100% faster.
You know immediately what the problem is, and the problem is solved right then and there.
Download your free diagnosis today at mycleanpc.com.
All Tennessee here in the first half, leading 18-9, 7:22 to go in the first half. And then Cuonzo Martin's team out in front. Shannon talked with him during the break.
Coach, what has been the key in this first half in taking away any of their offensive game?
Just good team defense. We got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball, but just good team defense.
When you say taking care of the basketball, just describe that a little bit more. What are you looking for?
We're going to transition. We've got to capitalize on opportunities. We've got to take advantage of Jarnell and Gerard in the post.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Cuonzo always looks like he's getting ready to go into a UFC cage somewhere. His team today shooting 46%, and they've only allowed 20% on South Carolina's side. They have turned it over 7 times, but the Gamecocks have 0 off those turnovers.
I think Cuonzo's been very efficient with the use of his words in this game so far. He's not over talking, not over dribbling.
He's planning to play a few more games.
Absolutely he is. I think his team will. Defensively, the last 3 ball games coming into today, they held Vanderbilt to 22% from the floor. Auburn 37%. And then Missouri last Saturday to 32%. So far today, South Carolina, you see the numbers at 20%. So that's a, you can get hot offensively, you can get hot defensively, and Tennessee's a hot defensive squad right now.
Yeah, they are. Meanwhile, for Frank Martin, he's looking for some offense, and unfortunately, some of his top players and starters are on the bench with 2 fouls. What they'd love to do is get in number 1's hands with an opening to shoot, but that's been tough, especially with McCray on it. He'll take it to the rack anyway. Tipped in his own miss. Tough second jump by Brenton Williams, the little guy.
Yeah, he's really a competitor, Brad. To start this season, he was a 3-point shooter only. You couldn't trust him defensively or to do anything with the basketball other than shoot threes. And Frank Martin has hard coached Brenton Williams in to be a good college guard right now.
Just realized we could have a law firm if you joined the coaching staff. Martin and Dykes.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. Barton missed everything.
I talked about Jerron Mayman's voice and Scotty Wilbekin's voice in the last ball game. Watch Jerron Mayman. The coaches are talking, and Jerron Mayman says, "Hey, come here. I got something to say as well." He puts his arms around McCray, the other 4 guys on the floor with him, and he says, "Wait, I'm not done." Boy, that's not, I tell you what now, that right there is huge. It is huge in March to have a voice like that that demands the respect of his teammates and they buy in.
Steele. Wow, he's hit some big threes in this tournament, I'll tell you that much.
The rims look good to South Carolina again from the 3-point line in this building. And as poor as their offense has been, 6 for 23, they're only down 4.
Namath almost lost the handle on the dribble. Now goes right back inside to draw the foul. It'll be on Desmond Ringer. And again, Mayman has a committee meeting.
Brad, this kid's he's a driver at his core. He'll also post up and get shots at the rim, and he's a get fouled guy. And what he lacks in explosiveness with his bad knees, he more than makes up with the huge ticker that he plays with every time. And you cannot kill the will of Jerron Mayman. It is impossible.
He had some huge games a couple of years ago before the knee injury. He's had career high of 32 scoring. He's had 20 rebounds in a game.
It was in the same game in Maui against Memphis. I did the game. 32 and 20 against Memphis 2 years ago.
Missed both free throws. Jarnell Stokes says, "That's all right. I got you." Stokes with 8 boards and 8 points already. He's the leader in the SEC, along with Julius Randle in double-doubles, and he might have one before halftime. Williams will try to drive again in the heavy traffic. And an offensive foul.
Well, it's Jerron Mayman again, stepping up. Boom. Throwing up a good hard wall all by himself. And his dad, Timothy, up in the stand says, that's my boy.
And that was taking a charge. There was no flop involved there. He got hit pretty hard.
He's the kind of guy that wakes up thinking about where's my next rebound, where's my next opportunity to take a charge. And you want those kind of guys beside you the entire month of March. At least I do.
And he's still talking to Antonio Barton all the way up the floor. Lob to Jarnell Stokes. Well, now he's only 2 rebounds away from the double-double. That part we know.
The high-low between really 2 6'6.5" guys. Hard to defend because of the footwork. Jarnell Stokes can put you in spin mode once he gets that ball in front of the rim.
Wow, quick hands there by Barton to cause the turnover.
Yeah, Frank Martin knows this entire ball game. All he wants to do is be at the 4-minute mark and have a chance. He knows that he's going on tired legs. He has a short bench. He has a young team. Can he just hold this thing together long enough to give himself a chance in the second half?
And he just can't wait. He couldn't wait the 18 more seconds or to see what his team was going to do, because now they're down 10 again after that jumper by Josh Richardson.
Jarnell Stokes has worked so hard on his body, Brad. He's down to about 6% body fat probably. Watch him stick the pivot foot, the left pivot foot, and then from there, his lower body and his right leg strength just takes over. And Richardson's now a trusted shooter as well on the perimeter. Was a primary defender and role player last year. But this is the Tennessee team now that can score from all 5 spots. And, of course, all 5 spots can blanket you defensively.
The only guy that hasn't scored of the starting 5 is Mayman, and he's done a lot of the work on the inside. Now the Inside Skinny on the SEC Network is that it'll be 24/7, 24 hours, 7 days a week, starting in August. Go to GetSECNetwork.com and demand the network from your TV provider today. That's not that far away now.
August 28th, I believe, is the first football game on the SEC Network. Texas A&M, South Carolina.
That'd be a good game. Question is, who's going to replace Johnny Manziel and who's going to replace Connor Shaw? Dylan Thompson's got the inside
neither one of
skinny on one of those, I think. And a foul from behind. Notice. And that's going to be his second. So the foul trouble continues right now for South Carolina. They're having trouble scoring. They've got guys over on the bench they don't want to be there, and their coach is well aware of it. He'll be with Shannon when we come back.
I'm a 6'8" power forward from your alma mater. We're one shot away from winning it all. And you couldn't even look away if your kitchen was on fire. Hey, look, your kitchen's on fire. And if you got your home insurance where you got your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for all that. It's March, and it's mayhem. So get Allstate, where agents help keep you protected from mayhem like me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
What is focus? It's a wondrous sensation of clarity and alertness. It's owning your opponent. It's knowing beyond a doubt you've got this. It's keeping your head down, your eye on the ball, and knocking it out of the park. It's getting in the zone. It's keeping on your toes, on target, on top. Focus is staring the world in the face and saying, bring it. Focus is power. Focus is life. And 5-Hour Energy is focus.
Anish Shroff in studio. Coming up at halftime, we'll show you how Florida burst Missouri's bubble. Dino Gaudio and I will preview LSU and Kentucky, what the Wildcats have to do to right the ship. And right now, Pittsburgh punking North Carolina in Greensboro. Brad?
Well, Anish, right now, South Carolina's having all kinds of trouble scoring. And they are down by 10. Frank Martin talked with Shannon during the timeout.
Coach, yesterday one of your players said that in order to have success today, they have to do everything that you tell them to do. What will be your message in this huddle?
Tennessee's real good defensively. I mean, they're challenging everything we do. Passing and running offense is hard. But we're at 18-14. All we got to do is get a defensive rebound here, and we don't even box the guy out.
How do you overcome their defense offensively moving forward?
We just can't get rattled, can't lose our focus. We got to keep playing through our disciplines. Hopefully we'll make some shots.
Thank you, Coach.
That 18-14 turned into 24-14 because they're shooting 25% and haven't been to the free throw line.
Brad, every coach in the country, I think sometimes you have to self-evaluate yourself and ask, can I hold my guys accountable without them quitting on you? And Frank Martin has done that with this group, and we talked about it yesterday. He served a one-game suspension because of the language that he was using on the bench with one of his players. But what else has Frank Martin been able to accomplish with this young team that doesn't have a true point guard? He's been able to hold his guys accountable, and they have not quit on him. That's a terrific sign going forward, regardless of what happens in this ball game today. They've won 4 out of their 5. They're playing their best basketball of the year over the last 2 weeks, and Frank Martin is still holding his guys accountable.
Yep. They beat Auburn 74-56 a couple of days ago, and then yesterday over Arkansas 71-69. And that probably did away with Arkansas's possibility of playing in the NCAA tournament. Martin got the second. 11-point lead now. Tennessee has no foul trouble. Cuonzo can use as many guys as he wants to in the next 3.5 minutes, playing with an 11-point cushion. Whistle inside. There's going to be a hold on Thompson down underneath.
Mismatch on the ball screen action. Carrera gets matched up with Thompson, and that's advantage Carrera every time on the low block. I'm telling you what, South Carolina is playing a very physical brand of offensive basketball in terms of how hard they're laying the wood in screens. And Tennessee's at another level in terms of busting through those screens. Refusing to melt on any action are the guys in white.
Muscle on muscle, and the guys in white and orange have more muscle right now. Anyway, Carrera trying to go through Maimon, and there's a perfect example. And now they run, and Richardson with the left hand couldn't get it. Rebound Jalen Shaw. Seeing extended minutes. Brenton Williams pull up 3. Needed that one.
I think they're going to have to take some of those quick shots in transition, even if they're a little bit of a guarded shot, because Tennessee's half-court defense is too good for South Carolina to grind away with the entire ball game.
That's Brenton Williams' 93rd three-pointer of the year, so he knows what to do out there. Loose ball picked up by Maimon. And now Jarnell Stokes. The one-hander with the right hand, and Carrera with the rebound.
Find Williams again.
There he is. Not quite enough space. Steele trying to feed it down to Carrera, who got bumped out of bounds by Maimon.
Steele should have shot that basketball. He curled into an open 16-footer, and you got to jump up and try to stroke it with confidence. These are the shots that I think South Carolina is going to have to make. That's a guarded three-point shot in transition. Normally you say that's not a good shot. Today for South Carolina, with Brenton Williams letting it fly, might be one of their better options.
And again, as we approach 2 minutes, only down by 8. Stokes has been most of the scoring for the Volunteers with 10. They're trying to get it to him again. There's the tough catch in traffic. Still got it up and in.
How good are his hands, Brad Nessler? How good are his hands?
They're strong, I know that.
Absolutely. That's another reason why he's one of the top 5 offensive rebounders in the country. When he touches it, he owns it.
Williams on the outside with 10 on the shot clock. They move it around the perimeter. Three-pointer by Shaw won't go. Carrera keeps it alive for a fresh shot clock. And you have got 1 minute to go now in the first half. Telling you what, for South Carolina, even single digits wouldn't look too bad right now.
Absolutely.
Williams. And last touch by Tennessee.
Let's go back and look at the hands of Stokes, because this is a hard monster. Boom. He turns into a monster in terms of a big-to-big rotation. The ball gets loose. 6 hands around it, and his 2 come away with it. Very impressed with what he does with such a huge, big body, but he finishes it off with soft set of paws.
I think they're trying to determine whether or not they needed to reset the shot clock if there was ever a possession change. That's my guess only, because they do have the shot clock back to 35 and 44.6 at the half.
Yeah, touch the rim. You can see the ball changes flight. It starts to go. It goes from an arch to straight down. It glances the rim, so the shot clock should be reset.
Which is what they have right now. There you see it go from a backspin to kind of a knuckleball out of bounds. Yep. And good job by Mike Nance and the guys to get it straightened out. Or make it official, I should say. That's what they had to call on the court anyway. Steele trying to get it in to Williams. Tough shot, but at least he gets to the free throw line. Might have hurt his hand a little bit in the process.
I like what South Carolina did, Brad. They're trying to go 2 for 1 to close out the end of this half. So they call a quick trigger play. Brenton Williams attacks, and they will get the ball back.
Usually automatic. We talked him out of a couple last night. He's the #1 free throw shooter, not just in the SEC, at least up to last night, #1 in the country. He's 120 out of 128.
Look at
I don't know why I bring that up.
You had to go there.
Leave the kid alone.
Had to go there.
I'm upset with myself. 35.9 remaining. And 30 seconds on the shot clock. Story of the game has been the big guy. Junior out of Memphis. #5 has done a little bit of everything.
He doesn't finish, partner, at a high rate, just in true post up. When you throw it to him on the low block with his back to the basket, he's below 40%. But everything else, 62% in terms of an offensive rebound putback guy like he does there. He finishes at a high rate, and he scores almost 70% of the time as a cutter in terms of his field goal percentage.
And he averages a double-double in conference play. Not a lot of guys doing that. Only 3.
2 of them in this league. One of them coming up in this evening session. The Big Blue Nation makes their appearance for the first time on this floor. They've been in the arena the last 2 days, the Kentucky fans have. And what tweak has John Calipari put in with his team? It's been one of the best kept secrets of the week.
You'll find out tonight at around 7 o'clock from the Georgia Dome. And we're going to have a foul on Carrera, trying to come up with a steal. And picks up his second foul.
His second personal foul. At the line with 2 shots, Jerome Beeman.
Knowing John Calipari like we do, his struggle all season long, Brad, has been offensively. They haven't moved the ball. The ball hasn't been hot. They're not a good passing ball club. I don't think it's because of selfishness. They just have not been used to having to move the ball because they've always been the guy. Will the offense look different? Will he put Julius Randle around the block and say, you know what, lead us through this NCAA tournament with your pure brute strength, but something's going to look different tonight for Kentucky's offense. That's my guess.
Maybe they just try to play a little more physical, too.
Yep.
It's been a question mark. 10-point game. Final 10 seconds. South Carolina. Who's going to get the last shot? Or will they get a last shot? Shaw. Here's Williams. They got it away before the buzzer, but didn't get it to drop. This is the 4th time in a row that a team has scored less than 20 in the first half against Tennessee. That's some tough defense. South Carolina, a struggling offense. Halftime. Low scoring game here in game 2. Tennessee leads 28-18. Time for the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report. We head back to the studio. Anish and Dino standing by, guys.
All right, Brad, as you said, low scoring first half. Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report. If you're South Carolina, listen, you're playing with house money in a lot of ways. Is this the kind of game that you want to play? Keep it low scoring, give yourself a chance.
Well, you know what, Anish, it is low scoring, but if you're South Carolina, a team that labors to score the basketball,
that's true.
You need to get some easy baskets, and you get easy baskets like Jimmy said, with fast break opportunities, shooting a little quicker, and second shot opportunities. They're missing so many shots. Let's go get a couple of those and have some putbacks. That's the way South Carolina can score. 5-on-5, it is a grind for them. Difficult to put points on the board.
Meanwhile, no answer for Jarnell Stokes either.
None whatsoever.
Earlier today, Missouri took on Florida in the SEC tournament quarterfinal action. Mizzou, one of Joe Lunardi's next 4 out entering play. They needed this. They lose, their bubble bursts. Pick it up in the second half. This was a tie game at the half. This was really the turning point. Off the steal, Scotty Wilbeck into 3. That was part of a 30-8 run.
They can beat you so many ways. The one way we just saw was with pressure, and these guys just shot lights out. Wilbeck, Frazier, they were terrific. A 10-for-13 performance from behind the three-point line for those two guys.
Those two combined for 30. Florida 12 threes in the game. 50% from beyond the arc in their last 4 games, and Florida has now won 24 in a row. So the Gators move on. They'll get the winner of Tennessee, South Carolina, and Florida. They let Missouri hang around for a half. We had the halftime score up there. In the second half, as they've done many times this season, once they see an opening, they get on you and they put you away.
Billy Donovan does a remarkable job at halftime, seeing where the weakness is, coming out the second half and exploiting it. I had them 12 days ago against South Carolina. First half, close game. Second half, like today, no contest.
It was the game where Michael Frazier hit about 40 threes.
11, to be exact.
11, 40. SEC tournament continues with quarterfinal action later today. LSU taking on Kentucky. Kentucky lost 3 of 4 to limp into this tournament. What does that team have to do to right the ship?
Anish, I think they're playing with absolutely no confidence on offense. They look tight. They're playing tight. I know Cal's on the sideline. He is in a stance. He is desperate. He wants those guys playing hard, but they're playing with their fists balled up. It's hard for them to score the basketball. I had them 2 weeks ago. They had open 12-foot jump shots, and they're driving the ball into a crowd, like right there, taking it deep in between 3 different guys. They better serve, pulling up, take the open 10, 12-footer. They're just playing really tight on the offensive end of the floor.
That would seem to start with the guard play, which John Calipari usually has very good guard play. The Harrison twins seem to hold the keys to the season here.
They do, and in 10 of their last 11 games, they've had more turnovers than assists Kentucky. Now, there's 2 reasons for that. 1, they're not making a lot of shots, but 2, the guard play has to be better. The Harrison twins have to control everything for Kentucky, get them some easy baskets.
Yeah, and that's Julius Randle on the inside who gets those easy buckets. He's averaging a double-double. We had the best moment of championship week earlier today. They went bonkers in Brooklyn. Find out why after the break.
This halftime report is presented by Buffalo Wild Wings, the official hangout for NCAA March Madness.
Oh, you signed up with Dish, huh?
Yeah, Dish offered me an iPad with the Hopper so I can watch live and recorded TV anywhere.
The 3 men who robbed a local bank. Look, a live police chase.
Looks like they're being chased by police on horseback.
The helicopters are honing in on them now. That iPad sure is neat.
What happened to the thing we were watching?
Only Dish offers you an iPad 2 free when you sign up for Dish in the Hopper. Call 1-800-WATCH-TV today.
I didn't know AutoTrader.com had new cars. But what kind of deal can I get?
On AutoTrader.com, you can now compare brand new cars from local dealers and special offers.
That one.
So you can find the one new car your head and heart can agree on.
Whoa.
AutoTrader.com.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Joseph A. Bank. Buy one, get two free. 3 days only. Almost everything in the store. Sport coats, pants, shirts, ties, and more. Buy one, get two absolutely free. Through Sunday only at Joseph A. Bank.
When you go the extra mile to help business owners save on commercial auto insurance, you tend to draw a following. A truckload of discounts for your business. Now that's Progressive.
It happens in the parking lot. When you're parked on the street, a scratch can happen anywhere. And who has hundreds to pay a body shop? Well, now you can get rid of expensive scratches easily with Scratchdini, the remarkable formula that makes surface scratches disappear. Just use a tiny bit of our revolutionary formula, and like magic, you'll buff away the scratch in seconds. Just use a little Scratchdini and then literally wipe the scratch away. The magic is BF Goodrich Carbapol and millions of microparticles that remove surface scratches with one easy step. It'll work perfectly with any color finish. Call now to get a huge 4-ounce tube of Scratchdini for just $10. But wait, order now and get our revolutionary headlight restorer absolutely free. Bring back the brightness so they're like new in just seconds. But we're not finished yet. Call right now and you get a second set free. Just pay separate processing and handling. Don't wait. Call now.
To order Scratchdini for $10 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-503-6550 or order online at Scratchdini.com.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Wild Wings Halftime Report.
Tennessee big man Jarnell Stokes 2 rebounds away from his 19th double-double, 12 and 8 at the break. The Volunteers looking for a 5th straight win, up 10 in the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament. Quarterfinals of the A-10, Bonnie's, Billikens in Brooklyn. Mike McCall Jr., a career-high 21. That tied the game at 63. St. Louis led by as many as 13 in this game. Tied now at 65. Matthew Wright, the 3. St. Bonaventure takes a 3-point lead right at 22. 5 of 8 from downtown. Dwayne Evans had all day.
Stepped him up, jabbed him. Defense laid back. He nailed the 3.
Tied at 68. Final ticks in regulation. Jordan Gathers, he was 1 for 6 before this. The game winner, and St. Bonaventure stunned St. Louis.
Dwayne Evans, who just hit the 3, got caught in the lane too deep and couldn't get out to Gathers.
Billikens have now lost 4 out of 5. This might be the most important game today in terms of two teams essentially trying to keep the tournament hopes alive. Dayton and St. Joe's, 2 of Joe Lunardi's last foray in. You saw Langston Galloway with the 3, v. Sanford in transition. Dayton within 1 and then off the steal. Sanford splits 2 defenders for the finish. Dayton back up by 1. They've been going back and forth all afternoon.
Sitting right now in a 66-65. St. Joe's up. Minute and 40 to play.
So the winner of St. Joe's Dayton gets St. Bonaventure, and here's the potential trap. The loser of St. Joe's Dayton probably out. The winner, now you're not guaranteed to be in, because if you then lose to St. Bonaventure, you may fall back to the wrong side of the bubble.
Exactly. We used to say a win over St. Bonaventure doesn't get you in. I think they will be in, but a loss will absolutely keep the winner of this game probably out of the field.
On to the ACC. Pittsburgh and North Carolina, quarterfinal action. Pitt 1 and 8 all time against UNC. The only win in 1941. Pittsburgh dominating the glass, and that was all Talib Zanna.
How about Talib Zanna in this basketball game? 20 rebounds, 10 of them offensive for Pittsburgh.
James Michael McAdoo gets the turnaround as we speak. He's got 13, but it's been the rebounding effort by Pittsburgh. Plus 14 on the glass. As you mentioned, Zanna, a beast, a double-double already. Pittsburgh rolling UNC. Florida State, they were one of Joe Lunardi's first 4 out. They lost earlier today. But for Pittsburgh, their best win. Stanford and 2 against Clemson. They need a win like this.
And then how about if Pitt does, in fact, go up against Virginia? Brogdon with the big 3 at the end of the game in Pittsburgh. Wow, that'll be another knockdown drag out.
Brenton Williams has 9 points in the first half to lead South Carolina. That's half of his team's offensive output.
How did we do it last time?
I don't know, I forget.
Hello, neighbors.
Hey, Scott, perfect timing.
Feeding your lawn need not be so difficult. Get a load of this bad boy.
Sweet.
This snap spreader system from Scott's makes caring for your lawn snap, cracking simple, guaranteed. Just take the handy no-mess bag, then snap, lock, and go. It's a new day for lawn care. Feeding's never been so easy. To see a demo of the snap spreader, go to scotts.com. Feed your lawn. Feed it.
I don't know. I just woke up today and I said, I need something sportier. And done.
Okay, Maxwell. Just need to contact your insurance company with the VIN number.
I just did it with my Geico app. VIN number's up to the loaded.
Okay, well then, Jerry here will take you through all the features then.
Why don't we go out to the car?
Okay, I'll just... outside. Okay, yeah. His dad is my boss.
Yeah.
VIN scanning to add a car. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
This is the computer ICU. It's what happens to your computer when it gets infected, slows down, and crashes. And if you don't do something, your computer could wind up here in the computer graveyard. But it could be saved with mycleanpc.com.
Is your computer running slow? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? Then go to mycleanpc.com for your free diagnosis today. Then just activate the mycleanpc.com software to fix it in minutes. And computer specialists are available while you're online.
The best thing about mycleanpc.com was it had a free diagnosis.
My computer is 100% faster.
You know immediately what the problem is, and the problem is solved right then and there.
Download your free diagnosis today at mycleanpc.com.
It's that time of year. It is that time of day in Charlotte, North Carolina. And here we go. Lawson down the lane. Lawson puts it up. Hansbrough offensive rebound.
Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. ACC quarterfinals and American semifinals tonight at 7 and 9 on the networks of ESPN, the home court of Championship Week.
This halftime report is presented by Buffalo Wild Wings, the official hangout for NCAA March Madness.
With Dino Gaudio and East Schroff, Ohio State taking on Nebraska. Quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis. These two split their regular season meetings. This is Aaron Kraft, steal, and then the assistant transition to Sam Thompson.
How about the bounce pass? Length of the court. Beautiful delivery from Aaron Kraft.
Nebraska came into this tournament having won 8 of its last 9. Ray Gallegos the 3. Huskers by 8. Benny Parker hits the jumper from the wing. And then later, Nebraska up 7. Walter Pitchford. Shot fake, step back.
Wonderful 3-2. The lift. The Buckeyes right now up 2.
That game over on ESPN. The winner of Ohio State and Nebraska will take on Michigan. The Wolverines got a scare from Illinois earlier today.
They really did, but somehow Beilein's team finds a way to get it done. They've done it all year long down the stretch.
Tennessee and Jordan McRae up by 10 on South Carolina. A trip to the SEC tournament semifinals awaits the winner.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, hey, Flo.
You want to see something cool? Snapshot from Progressive.
My insurance company told me not to talk to people like you.
You always do what they tell you?
No.
Try it and see what your good driving can save you. You don't even have to switch. Unless you're scared.
I'm not scared. You know, we can still see you.
No, you can't.
Pretty sure we can.
Try Snapshot today. No pressure.
Still time for the Buckeyes. 2.2 seconds.
They're going to go right to Turner.
Turner at midcourt, inside it, at the buzzer. Got it!
Are you kidding me, Dave O'Brien?
Championship Week continues with the Big 12 Tournament Semifinals tonight at 7 on ESPNU. Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. ESPNU, the home court of Championship Week.
When my friends pulled the t-shirts out of the box, everyone was really excited. It was amazing. Thanks, Custom Ink.
Custom Ink t-shirts have this incredible power to bring people together. We're helping people create shirts they'll love for their groups and occasions. Online, anytime, with Custom Ink.
We bring all kinds of people together. Families, teams, reunions, church groups, cheerleaders, companies big and small. And we're proud to say that we've helped create over 30 million custom t-shirts.
Thanks, Custom Ink.
Our website makes it super easy to create custom tees. Just choose a style, a color that's perfect, and start designing. Our design lab has tons of fonts and amazing artwork.
Custom Ink really helped my business look professional. I was even able to upload my own logo.
This was the best reunion ever. Thanks, Custom Ink.
Visit trycustomink.com today and start your t-shirt design for free. Order one shirt or thousands. On-time delivery is guaranteed and we'll even ship your order absolutely free.
Thanks, Custom Ink.
You're watching Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
I was lost in the atmosphere. The hardest part is getting past the fear. So take my hand, we're getting out of here. And we're moving now to the other side. I will survive. And when we get this alive, we're gonna run down the mountain.
All Tennessee in the first half. The SEC on ESPN and the 2014 SEC tournament from the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. And the Volunteers 28-18. You talked about great defense by Tennessee the last couple weeks of the season, Jimmy, and it's been stifling again here in the first half.
Brett, they know who they are. If you don't know who you are in March, you're in a world of hurt. Tennessee knows defensively right now they can take down any set, any motion, any action that you throw at them. They're dialed in their scouting report and how they execute. South Carolina really fortunate to be in this game only down 10, but think about this. Sindarius Thornwell, their best player, only played 7 minutes because of foul trouble. He has not scored a point. Can Frank Martin get this guy with a basketball in his hands right now going to start the second half?
Carolina shot 26% in the first half. They may have to come close to doubling that to get back in the game, although they only trail by 10. They've got to find some offense. Thornwell and Williams are the guys, and Williams started off with a pretty good look from the elbow and missed it. And Jarnell Stokes is, I believe, 1 rebound away from a double-double. It'd be his 19th of the year and the 37th of his career. He's pretty much owned the glass. Kachinas almost came up with a steal. Martin spinning inside into a whole bunch of traffic and a turnover.
That is the question, I think, for Tennessee going forward. Consistent point guard play. Barton has made progress, but still 2 or 3 times a game he'll make a play as a lead guard that he cannot make.
Thornwell found an open man. Henry's not a big scorer, but right there is a perfect place for him.
The offense just looks different with Thornwell on the floor. When your best player is not on the floor and you can't see a difference, then it's not a very good best player. And Thornwell's a good one.
McRae, Stokes for the flush.
Scoring off of action. That's what Stokes does best, Brad. Especially as a cutter. He was a cutter that time. He's shooting 70% on the year as a cutter, and he gets fouled about 37% of the time as a cutter. That's who he is at his core.
Thornwell, nice second look. Going to try Henry a second time. This one's too deep. And it'll be Thornwell with a loose ball. And Carrera lines up for a triple. They can't buy a 3 from anyone other than Williams. Stokes. Williams might be able to get something working with Barton guarding him instead of having Jordan McRae's long arms on him. Ooh, that's a forced pass, but it was a pretty good one. At least they got it to the man he tried to get it to, was Carrera. There's Williams. Got the shot over Barton and missed it. Kaitsanis, well, they had 3 chances at it, came away empty. Richardson bumped by Thornwell. That's what South Carolina really didn't need. 3rd foul on him.
Jarnell Stokes 3 or 4 times a half will sprint out to the perimeter as a ball screener, and then he turns the corner and sprints to the rim. He doesn't roll out of the action. He turns and sprints and gets his eyes quickly on the ball. And then his power just takes over.
Here's Stokes again. Backing in. Lost it going up with the left hand, but he got fouled from behind by Henry. And Henry has 3. So does Thornwell. So there's 2 starters for South Carolina in the opening 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes, that have picked up their 3rd foul.
I think Stokes is too much of a load to try to guard man-to-man 10 feet and down. I think you have to double team him. Several different forms you can do it. You can come with the opposite big. You can come with the closest guard, but you cannot let Stokes just start wearing you out with that power dribble, getting himself to the front of the rim.
Second of 2 for Stokes, who's now 2 out of 5 from the free throw line. Missed them both. Tennessee only 7 out of 16 from the free throw line. But when you look on the other side, Carolina only took 2 free throws in the first half and made 1 of them.
Yeah, Tennessee's ability to not only be a juggernaut defensively, but to defend without fouling, the second part of their equation.
Williams back out. Kevich going inside, and he scores off the window. And that's not easy to do.
No, it's not, Brad. South Carolina made Jarnell Stokes come out and cover a ball screen. And if Tennessee advances to play Florida tomorrow, you're going to see a heavy dose of that, because what it then did was put Stokes a little bit late in recovering to the low block as a low block defender. Kevich just gets to the spot first, and then the length takes over against Stokes.
See if he can cap a 3-point play here. And he got the roll.
I said yesterday, I like that kid. 6'11", 250-pound sophomore, rugged, tough.
Scrappy. Oh, he just, well, I'm not going to say he got postered because I don't think that was his guy. But Jordan McRae just threw one down.
Boy, he can make plays around the rim with that long reach and long step where it looks like he's going to have to finger roll it. And next thing you know, he's punking you at the rim with a punch.
Stokes has another rebound, and he's fouled. It might be Thornwell. It is. That's really bad news for South Carolina. That's 4.
A bad foul by Thornwell. He's too valuable to get a reach in on Stokes. You are not going to knock the ball away from Jarnell Stokes once he gets a hand or 2 hands on the basketball.
South Carolina apparently got a bench warning. Jarnell Stokes has another double-double, by the way. 14 points, 10 rebounds. That's number 19 on the year, his 37th of his career. So at least for the time being, he'll take the SEC lead in that department from Julius Randle, who will try to have an answer for that in the first night game tonight when Kentucky takes on LSU. Oh, nice spin move.
It was a pretty miss, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was. Williams going straight up with it. I don't blame him for taking that shot, though. He had a decent look. And you mentioned they don't take some quick shots. They might not get too many shots. Jordan McRae. He's done this a few times in his time in Knoxville. This time in the Georgia Dome, his home state. He's got 7.
The NCAA Women's Selection Special, Monday at 7 on ESPN.
You'll always find fresh values at Subway. This March, order up the low-fat Black Forest ham as a $3 6-inch select. Make it your own with cucumbers or whatever you love. Still just $3. Subway. Eat fresh.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium AA batteries last up to 9 times longer versus Energizer Max, which means up to 9 times less waste. Energizer Ultimate Lithium. That's positive energy.
No matter where they are, the restless imagine being somewhere else. And when they get there, they do things most people can only imagine. That's why we made the all-new Jeep Cherokee with its exclusive Select Terrain system for class-leading capability for wherever you find yourself.
When you go the extra mile to help business owners save on commercial auto insurance, you tend to draw a following. A truckload of discounts for your business. Now that's Progressive.
One of our beluga whales, obviously a basketball aficionado here. The Atlanta Aquarium. Championship week presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. As we take a look at our tournament challenge resume brought to you by Acura, go to ESPN.com and you can sign up for the tournament challenge. Tennessee looking good in about every department there, Jimmy.
I don't see how there's a case to knock them out of the NCAA tournament right now. When you look at the other teams that they're going to be compared to, and you look at the last 6, 7, 8 teams in, that win against Virginia continues to just resonate. Good win against Xavier. The way they smoked Missouri and really the way they've been playing over the, although the selection committee, Brad, puts no stock at all into the last 10 or the last 12, they are playing their best basketball. The eye test right now tells the selection committee that Tennessee more than deserving to be an NCAA team. Tennessee's playing basketball the right way. They're shooting threes off of post touches.
Where's the scoring going to come from for South Carolina? That's been the question for a couple of nights, and now one of their scoring threats, and Thornwell's on the bench with 4 fouls. That's not going to help. Like you said, when zero, Sindarius Thornwell was not in there. It seems like it's just kind of, as you would say at Waffle House, scattered and smothered.
Yeah. Not organized. That's never good. I think Frank Martin feels like if he can keep it at single digits, Thornwell will stay on that bench with 4. If it gets to 11 or 12, I think he comes right back in.
There's the long arms, a 3. McCray blocks it and goes coast to coast for the score.
Brad, he's really, really good in a lot of different areas. He can beat you from 24 feet as a 3-point shooter. He can make long range, long shots around the rim. And he's phenomenal finishing in transition.
Don't see a lot of guys block a 3-point shot and then score in transition going the other way. Kighton is inside. He's got 6. Despite the fact that South Carolina is having trouble scoring, they keep hanging around in single digits here. Stokes, the muscle man. 16 for Jarnell.
Where he really sticks that pivot foot and then starts going to work with the off leg when he catches that ball 6 feet and in around the rim.
And he's got another rebound. Kind of smiling as he comes down court. He used about every part of his body, including his rear end, on that rebound.
Yeah. You have to deal with his rear end and you have to deal with his hands, because I'm telling you, when's the last time we saw him fumble a ball and not come up with it? Yeah. It doesn't happen. How good, if he wanted to be a tight end, would Jarnell Stokes be?
Tell me about it.
Down the seam with a set of paws like that, make a lot of money.
Here he goes again.
He might make a lot of money playing with a round ball, though, as well.
Well, just like that, that single-digit lead evaporated and just ballooned to the biggest of the afternoon. All 10 points have come in the paint for Tennessee to balloon it out to a 13-point advantage.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Joseph A. Bank. Buy one, get 2 free. 3 days only. Almost everything in the store. Sport coats, pants, shirts, ties, and more. Buy one, get 2 absolutely free. Through Sunday only at Joseph A. Bank.
You've had our world-famous wings. Now come watch the madness with our new Buffalo Chicken Dip. Zesty, cheesy, dunkable. It's the ultimate game day food. Score some deals at Hooters.com/hookie.
From the moment Clifford Paul created the assist, his legacy lived on, both in his smile and in his style. From one generation to the next, State Farm agents never cease to assist you. That's getting to a better state.
If you're going to fish like the pros, you got to wake up early like the pros. Here's a tip. Use a reliable alarm clock.
Bring the kids to Bass Pro Shop Spring Fishing Classic this weekend for free activities and free fishing.
Still time for the Buckeyes. 2.2 seconds.
They're going to go right to Turner.
Turner at midcourt, inside it, at the buzzer. Got it!
Are you kidding me, Dave O'Brien?
Championship week continues with the Big 12 tournament semifinals tonight at 7 on ESPNU. Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. ESPNU, the home court of championship week.
38-25 lead. Tennessee with 13:32 remaining in the ball game here at the Georgia Dome.
Why is Tennessee so good defensively? Because they care and they have effort. Watch Jordan McRae right here, Brad. He's going to caboose a shooter, and in live speed, look, boom. Quick pursuit, the long reach, knocks it out in front, and then in 3 dribbles, takes it about 75 feet, takes off from the SEC logo, and the long reach takes over. With that constant effort, that resiliency, I said in the first game today, it's hard to beat consistent effort. Very difficult to beat consistent effort, and that's what Tennessee's doing defensively, because McRae really, had he not had the effort, Williams was going to get a wide open 3, but he would not give up in pursuit of the basketball.
That guy has been most of Tennessee's offense and defense today. 18 points for Jarnell Stokes. I'm not 100% sure he can't go 20-20 before this one's over, but he keeps playing like he has.
Where's he at?
He's at 18-12.
He's more than a good shot if he stays in the remaining 13.
Behind the back dribble, just to change it up a little bit. To play and a 13-point lead for the Volunteers. Martin wanted to get it down to 6. Keitch is doing a pretty good job defensively on him. Try a little bit of everybody on Jarnell. It hasn't worked for the most part. Here's a floater by Ray Stokes. There comes another rebound. And now the outside 3 goes. We just talked about that a little while ago.
All Stokes does is extend the possession for you. And a nice ball reversal off. Shooting a 3 off of a low post touch, whether it's an offensive rebound or a true post up.
Herrera, and he's had some tough ones come out of him. Both nights, all 3 nights. So we got foul trouble against Auburn. He's done a good job for a guy that's not that big on the inside, trying to get rebounds and score, but he's missed a lot of close shots. Well, Jarnell's going to go to the free throw line to try to make it 20 points. Forget Big 12 tournament continues. UNC Kansas taking on Iowa State in one semifinal. That's coming up on ESPNU at 7 o'clock tonight. Baylor and Texas get together. Big 12 tournament, that's 9 tonight from Kansas City.
I saw that ball club back when I went on my Big 12 tour. You missed me for 10 days. I did every day. Can you miss me?
Yep.
And I saw Baylor for 3 games in a row. And they had to win at Oklahoma State, and they got hammered at home by Kansas, hammered at Oklahoma. It didn't look good, but you could just see the size, the personnel, the talent that Scott had to work with. And that point forward, they turned the corner. They're going to be one of those teams seated in that 9-10 range that you look up and start scouting, and you watch them warm up in the pregame warm-ups. You go back to the head coach and say, we've got our hands full.
18-point lead now. You saw Michael Martin. John Stokes up for a breather at the 12-minute mark, where he's got 20 pass. And now Cam Carrera who's going to go to the free throw line. 11:24 remaining. 6% body fat, Jimmy says. Shannon says it's hot yoga. I say he's on fire right now in the Georgia Dome. Big afternoon for number 5.
The world's worst cleaning lady. I'm here in your home having a pretty spectacular Tuesday. But I don't notice the loose rug at the top of your stairs. That's about to become an issue for me. And if you've got the wrong home insurance coverage, my medical bill could get expensive. So get off the stage.
Hands Good Home. Make sure you have the right home protection. Talk to an estate agent.
This is the computer ICU. It's what happens to your computer when it gets infected. Slows down and crashes. If you don't do something, your computer could end up here, in the computer graveyard. But it could be saved with MyCleanPC.com.
Is your computer running slow? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? Then go to MyCleanPC.com for your free diagnosis today. Then just activate the MyCleanPC.com software to fix it in minutes. And computer specialists are available while you're online.
The best thing about MyCleanPC.com was it had a free diagnosis.
My computer is 100% faster. You know immediately what the problem is, and the problem is all right then and there.
Download your free diagnosis today at MyCleanPC.com.
Let's take a look at our March Mayhem update brought to you by Allstate. Atlantic quarterfinal, St. Bonaventure's Jordan gathers the game-winning 3. The Bunnies, the 9-seeded attorney, knock off the 1-seed St. Louis. Said St. Bonaventure head coach Mark Schmidt, it might be one of the biggest shots in school history.
Back here at Georgia Dome, the bubble teams right now, Tennessee, they're trying to take their business to get the 21-11. Arkansas, their chance to win away, and same with Missouri. LSU still is up against Kentucky in the first game tonight.
Well, I think Tennessee will be better than 11. I wouldn't be shocked if they're not at 9 or at 10. But Arkansas did. They're still on the first route, coming off of back-to-back losses at Alabama and South Carolina on neutral. That's a close word, closing the deal, and they couldn't get it done. Missouri had an opportunity today, slipped through their fingers, courtesy of a 4-13 run before they put on them at the end of the ball game.
It'll be interesting. Kentucky and LSU in the first game tonight. And I know the Big Blue Nation thinks it's a first round for the NCAA tournament. I don't see how Kentucky's resume is so hot right now either. They're not playing very well. I'm not sure who they beat.
Yeah, they have.
No, I'm going to get ripped for that.
I was saying earlier today, they have a lot of top 100 wins, very few top 50 wins, and their best win is against Louisville back in December. That's the only win that they have over the team that we know for sure is going to be in the NCAA tournament.
There's their resume. Speaking of, they're the number 2 seed. They're behind RPI in the strength of schedule. Bad loss at South Carolina. You used that one, didn't you?
Yep, here it is. 1-4 versus the RPI top 25. That doesn't bode well. BPI and RPI is a good number because of their schedule strength against Michigan State, North Carolina, Louisville. But when you really just stop and dissect that resume, I'm not so sure that the Kentucky name attached to that resume doesn't have a little bit of influence on how we view them. Are they going to be in? Yes, absolutely. Are they the type of team that can play their way to the second weekend in the Sweet 16? Yes, absolutely. But I am not sold they're sitting there right now in the selection committee's eyes of a 5 or a 6 seed. that resume is not a 5 or 6 seed, I'm telling you.
Can they win this thing? Yes. But they'd have to play the whole ball game like about that 6-minute stretch they played the last time they met the Gators. Look out, Mr. Carrera got everybody else on the baseline. Did we lose Shannon too? Nope, she's safe. All good. She can take a charge.
She's an MVP.
Yeah.
NASCAR, basketball, football. You got some spring football coming up next week at Auburn. Boys, a full-time job on both of them, huh?
Yeah. Superwoman. Almost of the second half.
I should forget about working with you guys every week.
That is short of
That is a full-time job as well.
You have to deal with.
Pass, baseline, 3 won't go. Inside.
There's no good look for South Carolina. At least few and far between, aren't they? And notice, but here's nothing.
That's his first basket. We need a whole bunch more from him, like he did the first night against Auburn when he had 23.
Because once he gets their half-court defense set, it's been lights out in this game. So Condo Martin recognizes that he's going to talk to his guys about, look, here's the only way we can play our way out of the NCAA tournament right now. You let down your resiliency and your effort from offense to defense. Let these guys climb back in the game. Send the message strong right now. The stronger the message, the tighter the huddle. That should be a really tight huddle right now with Condo Martin.
Jerron Raymond, Jimmy was talking about him earlier. Hasn't scored a game except free throw, but this is what he's done beautifully all afternoon. Now, wait a minute, Jordan, don't listen to me just because you're a senior. And I said you're now a man, a year older than you. And then let's lock it in to Darnell and let him go through 3 or 4 game blocks. Then when you miss one, tip it, I'm going to scrap for it. And then I'm going to be the wall right here that you're going into, Brent Williams. A little bit of everything, huh?
You know what he does, more importantly than all that stuff, which is all really good stuff, he keeps Jarnell Stokes accountable. When Raymond wasn't on the floor last year around the team all the time, Jarnell Stokes wasn't always accountable. Now that dude is, and those two guys inside are hard to guard. And Jarnell Stokes will tell you the same thing, by the way.
Exactly.
That's how much respect he has for Jerome.
McCray. He'll go to the free throw line. Talked about Virginia's win for Florida State earlier, and now Pittsburgh is beating North Carolina. Accuse NC State coming up later tonight on ESPN.
NC State would have to win a way through this thing and steal a bit. Pitt, some question marks about their resume, probably locks it up. I said earlier today, a handful of teams I really trust right now. Louisville and Virginia, Wichita State. I trust those 4 teams. I'd tell you why I say that about Virginia. I know defensively every night what they're going to do. They're going to hard catch ball screens. They're going to trap the ball off the post. They're going to play backline defense and be in the gap. They're going to do it the entire 2 hours that you're playing against. That's why I trust the Virginia Cavaliers.
I think I heard Denise that that's the most wins the Virginia team has had since the 82, 83, 83, 84 team. And that had a bunch of stars. And it was a cream of the ACC crop for about 3 years in that stretch.
And they were seeing stars when they left Knoxville, Tennessee, back in late 2000.
That's right.
Because Tennessee punked them in the nose. Game's not over, but
just slap play. And the blocking foul that time. Jerron trying to take a charge. So he did 2 things wrong there. Bad pass. And then picked up a foul.
But Tennessee has better players and a better team. They don't have more moxie, more edge, and more toughness than Frank Martin's guys. So Tennessee's going to have to put South Carolina away. They're playing with house money. They're loose. There's no pressure on them. The pressure's on Tennessee to not have a bad loss right now.
And bad turnover right there. Had an opportunity to get it off that 13 mark and get it down to 11. It's been as high as 18-point advantage for Tennessee. Ray. Nice move.
No, he does. Some guys do it with quickness off a ball screen. Some guys do it with a power dribble. He does it with long strides off the ball screen.
Otis got a three. All 5 of his points in this half. Closing in on the 8-minute mark. In tight. Chance for a three-point play.
How good was that by Jerron Mayman? First of all, where Conzo Martin puts him on the floor. So he catches the ball at the mid-post, and then with a quick spin, he has the best angle to get the ball up on that right block. And Timothy says, again, that's my boy.
You know, I don't think earlier this season he was healthy enough to make that quick a move on that restructured knee. But he looked pretty quick there.
He was very quick. Maybe the quickest move I've seen offensively out of Jerron Mayman all season long. Sometimes a kid like this, Brad, because he's grinded his way through the performance of the season. You know, they played on Saturday, so we're Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days off. He's got some life in his legs.
Three-pointer comes out. Stokes, another rebound.
Still inching towards that 2020 day you talked about.
He's got 28-14 right now.
Tennessee has no issue grinding away in the half court. The reason why, that's what they guard every day in practice, so they're very comfortable getting to their 5th or 6th pass in a possession.
And Raymond's got back-to-back moves on the inside.
Back-to-back quick moves. The flash was quick. The catch and the attack was quick.
Did pick up the foul on the other end. The senior taking over here in the last couple of minutes on both ends of the floor. And it's 51-34 Volunteers. ESPNU's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
What is focus? It's a wondrous sensation of clarity and alertness. It's owning your opponent. It's knowing beyond a doubt you got this. It's keeping your head down, your eye on the ball, and knocking it out of the park. It's getting in the zone. It's keeping on your toes, on target, on top. Focus is staring the world in the face and saying, bring it. Focus is power. Focus is life. And 5-hour energy is focus.
Half-price cheeseburgers on St. Patrick's Day. Can you believe it?
You're welcome very much.
How's that?
I found a 4-leaf clover earlier today, and I wished for this, and it came true.
Of all the things you could have wished for, it was half-price cheeseburgers.
And it came true. It's awesome.
If you could have wished for anything, why did you not wish for a yacht?
What am I going to do with half a yacht?
Well, you would have wished for the whole yacht.
You don't know what I would have wished for.
Wish granted. Cheeseburgers are half price all day on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. This is how you sign.
When the things that matter most are on the line, make sure we are too. The Fire and Water Cleanup Team at 1-800-SERVE-PRO. Like it never even happened.
Don't forget, coming up tonight, starting at 7, LSU, Johnny O'Brien against Julius Randle and company as LSU takes on Kentucky, and then Marshall Henderson and the Rebels of Ole Miss against Kenny Gaines and company and the Georgia Bulldogs. That all come your way tonight.
That's a dangerous LSU squad that Kentucky will score off against. Siobhan Coleman, 5 out of 9 from the three-point line last night. LSU made 11 threes. They have that pro-size front line that you have to hold up against Kentucky. And then in the late game, Marshall Henderson and Jarvis Summers combined for 42 points yesterday. And Marshall Henderson likes what he sees. He got off 19 points in the Georgia Dome threes in the Georgia Dome last night. Made 7 of them.
He didn't miss one. He missed a lot of them, but he didn't he liked what he saw every time he put one up. We're talking about Jerron Mayman's dad. I didn't notice until just now. Allen Houston sitting right behind him, one of the all-time volunteer greats. Can't let any points go away right now for South Carolina. I don't care if it's a free throw line or whatever it might be. They're 3 out of 4 from the line in this half after just taking 2 free throws in the first half.
And we talked for 2 hours about how good Florida is defensively. South Carolina, their season low this year is 46 points against the Florida Gators. And they may struggle to get to 46 today against Tennessee.
Mayman, good drive, didn't drop. And they'll get a fresh clock out of it.
If this score holds up, how difficult will it be to get clean looks in tomorrow's game between Tennessee and Florida?
Tennessee using a little clock, working it under the 7-minute mark. McCray, tough pass into Stokes. Got it to him. Hook shot. Won't go. Nice rebound by Thornwell.
Yeah, good offense, though. Screened the top of the zone. Got a number of situations on the weak side and through the low block pass. Just missed a shot.
Notice takes down Stokes, but missed the layup. And now McCray on the other end. Hello, Jordan. 14 for McCray. Playing in his last SEC tournament in his home states.
Brett, I've watched Jordan McCray in this game. And I spent a couple of years as an NBA scout. So if you come into this building today and you're watching Jordan McCray trying to project him, he has a position at the next level because he's a natural 2. I think he can defend his position. We've seen that in a replay today, chasing around a smaller, quicker kid in Brenton Williams. He can create his own shot, and he's got a prototypical 2-guard body. So there's a lot of pluses for Jordan McCray to carry out of here once his year's over.
Yep. Kitchen has scored off the window on the other end as we are at 5.5 minutes. 16-point lead, and we don't get anybody hurt at this stage. Richardson hits the deck hard. Here's Jordan McCray on the break.
Well, now some guys just find the ball, and the ball always finds energy in guys that play hard. And Jordan McCray is an energy, play hard guy that has a lot of skill. He's good off the pick and roll. He's predominantly right-handed off the pick and roll right now, but it's not like he doesn't understand it. Cuonzo puts him in it some, but those long arms and that reach, I think he'll get even tougher and stronger with his body and as a defender, and he will be a key piece tomorrow if Tennessee continues to hold on to this lead to try to take down the #1 team in the country.
Cuonzo, you would think, is going to go to his bench as much as he can to rest some of the frontline guys at this point. He's got 2 of his starters sitting over there right now. Stokes is still on the floor. He might be the next to come out, although they need a presence inside. Nice job defensively by Monty Moore to stuff that shot. Cuonzo in his 3rd year. Went 20-13 last year and set to go to 21-11 right now.
Nothing easy against Tennessee over the last 3 weeks defensively. When you go back and watch all their videos, break them down on synergy, that just the unguarded shots that they're giving people are few and far between.
And a moving screen. Kepisis with the 3rd foul, 5-10. Tennessee just taking its time right now. Darius Thompson at the point.
Yeah, there's a small minority group of Tennessee fans, that a vocal minority, and trying to put pressure on Cuonzo Martin and saying we need a change. Are you kidding me?
I don't get that.
In year 3, for what he's done, the program wasn't completely healthy when he took it over. At the end of, although Bruce Pearl had a magical run at Tennessee, that last year the program wasn't completely healthy. And Cuonzo Martin now in year 3 will have the Tennessee Volunteers back in the NCAA tournament. And a valued commodity was he 3 years ago when they hired him.
Right. Still is.
Absolutely, he still is. I thought it was crazy when I started hearing that there's rumors of pressure being put on Cuonzo Martin.
Thornwell, nice drive, nice dish by Notice. There's two freshman guards that will be around a while in Columbia. That's a nice nucleus to build around.
Yeah, I really like this South Carolina team going forward. Frank Martin's best players are in that freshman and sophomore class. He's got guys that will take his hard coaching, hold them accountable, they don't quit. Thornwell's going to be a pro someday. He needs a couple more years on the college campus, but he's a big-bodied point guard with a toughness and a leadership skill about him that's hard to infuse into somebody. Notice is a powerful level guard himself. The two kids that we have a hard time saying their last name are serviceable guys, and he's got a terrific little point guard coming in. Kakevicius and Kaichinis.
Well done. Stokes, a lot easier to say.
He'll take about 2 a game, and he'll make 1 if you don't guard him at that 16-foot mark.
22 and 14 rebounds. Notice trying to go around him. Can't do it. There's another rebound. I'm not trying to get greedy, but 2020 would be kind of cool.
When's the last time that's happened in the SEC tournament? Or in the SEC? I don't know. A 2020 game?
Whistle and a foul on the inside. Going to be on Richardson. With 3:40 remaining. Downtown Atlanta, Ebenezer Baptist Church.
I'm taking you there after the game, by the way. We got some things to talk and pray about.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Joseph A. Bank. Buy one, get 2 free. 3 days only. Almost everything in the store. Sport coats, pants, shirts, ties, and more. Buy one, get 2 absolutely free. Through Sunday only at Joseph A. Bank.
It's Golden Corral's Great American Lobster Sale. Here's how it works. Go to Golden Corral for the dinner buffet for one low price. Add a tender North Atlantic lobster tail for just $3.99 each and take the plunge. It's the Great American Lobster Sale only at Golden Corral.
Oh, you signed up with Dish, huh?
Yeah, Dish offered me an iPad with the Hopper so I can watch live and recorded TV anywhere.
The 3 men who robbed a local bank. Look, a live police chase.
Looks like they're being chased by police on horseback.
The helicopters are honing in on them now. That iPad sure is neat.
What happened to the thing we were watching?
Only Dish offers you an iPad 2 free when you sign up for Dish in the Hopper. Call 1-800-WATCH-TV today.
When you go the extra mile to help business owners save on commercial auto insurance, you tend to draw a following. A truckload of discounts for your business. Now that's Progressive.
Anish Shroff with his studio update. Pittsburgh rode Talib Zanna to a quarterfinal win against North Carolina in the ACC tournament. Zanna, 19 points, 21 rebounds. Only 2 players in the history of the ACC tournament have had more rebounds in a single game. One of them is Tim Duncan.
Big Blue Nation!
Yeah, Kentucky fans have been around since about Tuesday night. Sometimes when there's nothing else to do, they sit around in the sun and drink some beer. Is that a country song? Sit around in the sun and drink some beer? I know they got a new one, just sitting on a pier and drinking a beer.
Luke Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got it working. And they're inside here, too, waiting for 7 o'clock tonight.
They're all waiting to see the tweak, the mysterious tweak that's been locked up in a box for 4 days.
I can't wait to see it either.
Out of the Kraft Center. What's that tweak going to look like? I think it's going to be a combination of Julius Randle posting up his big, strong, physical, raw body around the rim a whole lot more. Maybe in some form of some flex cuts, but making Kentucky pass the basketball. I think you're going to see a smothering defense where John Calipari says, forget about the new rules. We're going to play physical from here on out. That's my guess.
All right. Going to watch that one. And those of you around here, Dave and John will have it for you, and they'll bring it to you. They'll tell you the new twist or tweak. whatever it's called.
I don't like listening to a lot of guys. John Sundvold is terrific.
That he is.
You
So is
listen
Dave
to him
Neal.
break down a game and his feel as a former player, a great player at Missouri. Several guys I like to listen to and learn from, and John Sundvold is one of them in those night games coming up.
Fouls on Steele. And Josh Richardson, Edmond, Oklahoma native, at the free throw line. Averaging just under 10 points a game. Good free throw shooter. He's hit 3 out of 4 today.
From day one, he's been a guy that Cuonzo Martin has trusted to say, you got the other team's best. For 40 minutes, just go out and lock him down, make life uncomfortable for him, let your offense come to you. But now he's a trusted three-point shooter. And again, this year, you have to honest guard Tennessee at all 5 spots. Wasn't the case last year.
Jordan McRae, Jerron Mayman, a couple of starters still in there.
First look at the 1-3-1 that Cuonzo he's had in his back pocket and started to use it more over the last 3 weeks. He's get a couple of possessions of it in right now. Make sure they're still dialed in on how they want to use it going forward in this tournament.
Nice.
Not the NCAA's.
Nice save on the baseline by Mayman.
That's a Tennessee team that's built to use the 1-3-1 because all 5 guys, especially when Thompson's on the floor at the point guard spot, they're all between 6'4" and 6'8". A lot of length, a lot of long arms they have to throw through and maneuver around.
McRae way up short, hit the side of the backboard, in fact. 2.5 to go. 17-point lead for Tennessee.
I'm not sure if it's the last time it's happened, but Steve Hammer back in 1996 had 31 and 21 versus Alabama in the SEC tournament.
Long three short. That's a big night.
That's a huge night. Craig Pinkerton out of the SEC office.
It's the only time that's happened, they're telling us, 2020, and it was a 31-21. Mayman going through some traffic, lost it out of bounds. And that's probably about it for number 34. Good day's work.
Brad, regardless of what happens at Tennessee tomorrow against Florida, this team's in the NCAA tournament. They have too many good wins on their resume. They went out and scheduled tough. And they went and played at Wichita State this year. They put a beat down on Virginia. They've had good wins in the SEC. And they're playing a brand of basketball that selection committee and those guys watch a ton of ball. They're watching it right now as they put that bracket together. They can see that Tennessee not only looks like a team that belongs in the tournament, a team that can win a game or 2 in the NCAA tournament.
And in 1 minute and 45 seconds, they will have played 200 minutes in a row without trailing. That's peaking at the right time.
Yeah, beat Xavier on a neutral floor. Wake Forest on a neutral floor. Again, they went blow for blow at Wichita State. I did the game. It was a ball game all the way up until the last 3 or 4 minutes. And at that point, when I left the buildings, when I made my bold prediction on my mind, Wichita State was not going to lose a game this year in regular season play.
You were right on that one. What was your other one that the UConn women would go undefeated?
Yeah.
You're right on that one. Your other one's still to be determined.
I'm not giving up on Syracuse winning the whole thing. I know they haven't played their best ball, but that 2-3 zone, and still forget about how good C.J. Fair is, and Ennis Cooney gets hot.
You said Tyler Ennis would be a freshman to lead his team to a national championship. If you go the trifecta on that,
3 for 3,
I might have to at least take you out to dinner.
Now, Tennessee took care of business, Brad. Seems like always in the month of March in conference play, there's a game that you say we cannot lose this game and we're fine. And so Tennessee held up against that pressure today. And the reason why they can hold up against any type of pressure right now is because of how dialed in they are defensively, how physical they are, because, again, South Carolina ran a physical offensive system against them today, but Tennessee never melted, and they blew up a lot of the action, being the more physical club.
You believe that Cuonzo Martin hasn't had to say, guys, we're behind, we have to dig in a little bit since February 22nd?
That long of a stretch.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
They have not trailed since February the 22nd.
No, that was in overtime. Steele keeps it alive, and that might be the last shot that goes up, because Tennessee's got the ball and the win. 59-44, the final. The Gamecock season ends 14-20. They battled valiantly for 2 days, but couldn't take down the Volunteers of Tennessee, who go to 21-11, and now will advance to meet the top seed and the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators. And that is game 1 of our semifinal Saturday on AC tomorrow. Jimmy and Shannon and I will be here to bring it to you, starting at 1 o'clock. Yet to come tonight, the number 2 and 3 seeds, Kentucky and Georgia, in action as the 2014 SEC basketball tournament continue tonight. When those 2 games we'll have for you on SEC TV and watch ESPN. Coming up next, SEC Stories Miracle 3. But first, we're going to check in with Anish and Dino in the studio. Coming up, Shannon with Coach Martin as well. 15-point win for Tennessee. Never a doubt for the Volunteers today.
All right, fellas, thank you very much. Tennessee has now won 5 in a row. The scoring margin in their last 4 games, 38, 28, 27, and then 15 today. I'm not saying Tennessee goes out and beats Florida, but right now they're playing extremely well.
They really are.
All right, right now we get you back out to the Georgia Dome. Atlanta, Georgia, Shannon Spake is standing by. Shannon?
Well, Coach, your energy was on full display here today. Saw a lot of fist pumps from that bench. How did that affect everything that you guys did in this game?
Well, that's how we do it in practice. We feed off each other's energy. Our guys are playing with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion. We're having fun.
Jarnell Stokes was playing with a lot of enthusiasm, 22 points for him. Tell me about his performance this evening.
Well, we got to go through him in order for us to be successful. He does a tremendous job of scoring around the rim, facing up, making plays. One of the best, if not the best, offensive rebound in college basketball.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say tomorrow's matchup with Florida, there might be a little bit of defense played in that game. What other challenges will you face with this Florida team?
Well, they're a very talented team with a tremendous amount of experience and chemistry. I mean, we look forward to the task, but it won't be easy.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys?
All right, Shannon, thank you. Earlier today, Missouri taking on Florida. The Tigers entered this game as one of Joe Lunardi's next 4 out. So this was a potential win, and maybe you're in the tournament field. Tie game at the half. This was the turning point. A steal of Scotty Wilbekin 3, part of a 30-8 Florida run.
Absolutely, and Scotty Wilbekin showed why he is the SEC Player of the Year. He did it on both ends of the floor, and he guarded, he made threes. And this guy right here, Michael Frazier, those 2 guys, Wilbekin, Frazier, 10 for 13 from behind the stripe.
They combined for 30. Florida wins its 24th straight game. Remember, they ran the table in the SEC tournament, and now Florida and Tennessee tomorrow at 1 Eastern on ABC for a trip to the SEC championship game.
Well, Tennessee's playing really well. We just talked about that. We saw the interview with Cuonzo, but I'm going to tell you right now, Antonio Barton, Darius Thompson in this game, they didn't play well today. They didn't need them today. But against that Florida pressure tomorrow, Antonio Barton can't have 4 turnovers like he did today, and Darius Thompson can't have the 2 he had today. That might be the difference maker in this game tomorrow.
Florida looked a little rusty in that first half against Missouri, found its sea legs in the second half, and then rolled the Tigers. 8-10 quarters. Dayton, one of Joe's last 4 in. So is St. Joe's. So this, in many ways, an elimination game. Ronald Roberts Jr. there for the putback. How about that? St. Joe's up by 4. Roberts, 11 points, 7 rebounds. 40 seconds to go. Great finish. They had some pretty good finishes here in Brooklyn today. Matt Cavanaugh, the jumper. Dayton up by 1. All right, St. Joe's needs a basket. You know who it's going to. Langston Galloway, the step-back 3.
I'm telling you, Anish, looked to me like he pushed off with the left hand.
So did Michael Jordan.
Exactly. Michael against Utah back in the day. But that, wow. I could see why Coach Miller's upset with that.
Galloway had 31, 6 threes. Devin Oliver misses the three. And St. Joe's knocks off Dayton 70-67. So St. Joe's and Dayton began the day as Joe Lunardi's last four in. St. Joe's has beaten Dayton. Dayton now still in that last four in. Joe was calling the St. Joe's game, I believe, on radio, so he may not have had time to update it just yet. Keep it in Brooklyn. Bonnie's and Billiken. St. Bonaventure, St. Louis. St. Louis, the defending A-10 tournament champ. Bonnie's won it 2 years ago. Mike McCall Jr. ties it at 63. He had a career-high 21. St. Louis led by 13 at one point. St. Bonaventure came back to take the lead. They retake the lead here. Matthew Wright, one of his 5 threes. He had 22. Bonnie's up by 3. Dwayne Evans, think about it. Think about it. Sure, go ahead.
Jabbed him off, stepped him off. Now watch number 21 and White down on this end, too. He gets lost a little bit, can't find. Gathers, watch 21 in the lane. Out too late. Big, big three for St. Bonaventure.
It's the nephew of the late Hank Gathers, Jordan Gathers. The game winner in St. Bonaventure, the 9 seed in the A-10 tournament, on to the semifinals with a win against St. Louis. And St. Joe's, we said, hey, they got a big win in what looked to be an elimination game against Dayton. But now if you lose to St. Bonaventure, you could be sweating it out on Selection Sunday.
No question. They look like they're in now. We'll hear from Joe in a little bit. Like you mentioned, he's broadcasting the St. Joe's Dayton game. But a loss to St. Bonaventure, the number 9 seed in the A-10 tournament, be a bad loss for St. Joe's.
On to the ACC. Greensboro, the site of the ACC quarterfinals. Pittsburgh against North Carolina. Pitt only 1-8 all-time against UNC. This was the Talib Zana show. He dominated on the glass, a career-high 21 rebounds. And North Carolina is usually a pretty good rebounding team. They got bullied.
As good a performance in the ACC tournament, Anish, that they may have ever had. Talib Zana was just tremendous today. 21 boards, like you mentioned, 19 points.
10 offensive rebounds. Pitt led big, 64-49 after the made free throw. UNC made a little bit of a run. Marcus Page to James Michael McAdoo, back to Page. He buries the three. UNC cuts it to within 8. But too much Pitt, too much Zana. You mentioned 19 and 21. Only 2 other players in the history of the ACC tournament had more rebounds in a single game than Zana's 21. One of those, Tim Duncan.
A sensational performance from Talib Zana. Pitt struggled at the line, missed 20 free throws today, but hung on.
ACC quarterfinals, Florida State, one of Joe Lunardi's first 4 out entering the day. Virginia, the top seed in the tournament. Anthony Gill, 16 points off the bench. Joe Harris matched a season high with 20. Virginia up by 15. Yeah, they play that slow, gritty style, but they've shown the ability to put teams away this year more so than in the past.
They really have athleticism than Tony Bennett has ever had there. Joe Harris with Brogdon, a very good game this is going to be. As we remember, Virginia's at Pitt a couple weeks ago. Brogdon hits a huge three at the buzzer to win it. Maybe payback tomorrow.
Special season in the works for Virginia. 26 wins now for Tony Bennett's club. The most they've had since the 82-83 season. For Florida State, a missed opportunity. It looks like they'll be heading to the NIT. The 2 ACC games we have later today. Duke-Clemson, NC State-Syracuse. Clemson beat Duke earlier this year. NC State, in all likelihood, should have beat Syracuse earlier this year.
No question. The NC State, TJ, I think it was a continuous. I know you're a Syracuse grad. You don't agree with me. I think it was a continuous.
I said they should have beat Syracuse.
That should have been a three-point play. So that'll be a great rematch right there. And Clemson, as we know, beat Duke down at Clemson. Jabari Parker in that game did not play well. Had only 15 points. Blossing game did a terrific job of defending him. How will Parker play in his first ACC tournament game?
Dino, right now, Duke slated as a 2 seed, according to Joe Lunardi. Syracuse as a 3. What chance do you think those two have of maybe getting a 1 seed?
I think if they win the ACC tournament, and I think we all know Villanova is going to be off that line on Sunday night when the selections come out. So maybe if Duke does win the ACC tournament, or a Kansas wins the Big 12, maybe a Michigan in the Big 10, one of those 3 teams, I think, will supplant Villanova as a 1 seed.
Oh, all right. So there should be some good entertainment in Greensboro later tonight. Duke, Clemson, Cuse, and